supposed to be scheduled for 4:45, so you have to wait 4 minutes. No idea why. I've got to go get my water and my coffee. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay. Oh, I forgot to get my palette. Hang on. 1 second. It was supposed to be 4:45. I don't understand. It said schedule it 4:45, and it's going live now. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. I've got to get my paint colors out here. I'm just putting, I don't understand the schedule on the, whatchamacallit. Well, that is burnt umber. Okay, burnt umber. I want some of this gray. There and there. I want a couple of different greens. It's not warm enough for swimming. Not for me. Not after the cold weather we've had. The water is like ice cubes. Oh my goodness. This is so annoying. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I scheduled this for 4:45. Somehow, it somehow got to whatever you call it. Now, oh shoot, hold on a second. Yeah. It's my white. I'm just trying to get, I'm going to start filling in these trees, but I need another brown. A little bit of that. Where's my other brown that I got? Brown, the other round. Here we are. brown. Yes, I'm almost there. I'll tell you that we started this last Sunday, and I repainted my waterfall, totally repainted it. This is the third time, okay, and I'll tell you why. The first time it had rocks in it. I did not like it. I didn't like it when I left the class, and I didn't like it when it dried. And then I tried a waterfall like this, but the original waterfall was much larger. So I scaled it down, made another waterfall with no rocks, which I'm liking better, but I have to add much more greenery around and the trees on top, because that whole yellow sun needs to be covered and just peeking out. So, like Gia said, we didn't have a lot of time, even though, I mean, this was like an extensive. Hold on, I've got to get something. Sorry about the noise. To rest the charger for the phone, so it gets off the chair that I'm planning to use. Okay. And then I'm going to move this up here. Okay. All right, so let me get you up in here to the painting. You're going to be able to see my hand, yeah. Okay, so let's figure out what we're going to do. I have to add some other limbs and things up there with some trees. So I'm going to put my paint here, and I'm going to mix it up, some of the browns that I want to use, and then I'm going to go up there and do that. All right. So let's see what we're going to do here with this. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is come up here and get some other branches, okay? So because I'm going to have leaves coming down. We have to cover that sun up there. These are going to be covered up with green anyway. So we want to cover up this sun here somewhat. We just want it to peek out, to be just peeking out. And we're going to go in front of that one. Add some there. We want some. Just adding some highlights there. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to get some green. Start to add some green up there. Wash my brush with a different brush. Mix up a little. I'm going to go over with a couple of different greens. First a darker green, and we're going to actually even put like a little right in. Let's see. This is just the base because we're going to come over this with different colors to highlight and everything. So don't get too crazed with it or crazy with what I'm doing and start yelling at me. Oh my gosh, you're messing up everything. I'm not messing up anything because I can paint over anything, just as I can with that waterfall that I did 3 times. It's a little hard for me to paint like this, but I have to cover up this sun here. This is kind of in front of this tree. To go a little darker here because it's on the tree, and then we'll bring in the highlights and we'll stipple the highlights, but we need a background to work with. I may have to put some smaller trees in here and some branches and stuff to go with some of the greenery we put in the back already. But what I'm going to do with this right now is kind of, hold on a minute. Let's see what we're going to do here. I'm going to add in a little bit of green extending out to this waterfall here as a base. And move some in on these rocks that I put right over here, like between them. As that would normally grow. And then this area, you have to fill in here like crazy. And we're going to go in with the darker brown here too, but I'm going to do some green here. And I'm probably going to do some grasses that come up. And then we're going to go in with the dark brown here, because out in the light you can really see she had us make this like kind of lighter, and then the waterfall. So I'm going to come in there with some of the brown, like so, kind of fill this in. See, it's going to have to dry, but I'm going to start filling in that background with a darker brown. And that's because I changed some things here. So we're going to go in with that background, and then we'll work on top of that. A lot of that we're going to fill in with green. You're not really going to see much of the background there at all. And I'm going to go over here. And do the same. A little bigger box there. So I've got to add more leaves on the top. I already see branches, and I've got to go in and highlight the leaves with some different colors, and I wanted to get that brown down there. I have to let that dry. In order to come in with some green and stuff. Alright, so I've got to get in with a lighter green. And I've got to get my other, hold on a sec, my green. Yeah. This guy. Over here. And some leaves. And with a little teeny tiny bit of lighten up our green a little bit. Take some of this, some of this. I'm mixing some yellow into the green. A little bit of a little bit lower than putting down here, especially between these rocks where you put the darker green. This is not going to be done in any time. I'm going to keep going over and over this. I just know it. I'm going to start to extend that. Out towards the waterfall and fill in some of that brown. I'll probably put some rocks. In between there.